For many of us, the holidays have become nothing more than a day off and the opportunity to take advantage of a big sale. But one school in Southwest Fresno has made the decision to lead the way when it comes to honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In tonight's Education Matters, Juanita Stevenson is here to explain what went into their decision.
King Elementary carries the name of the late civil rights leader. When the staff became aware of just how little many of their students knew about Dr. King and what he stood for, well, they took action.
Because this whole week, we're going to be speaking about Dr. King.
At King Elementary School, they decided to make the celebration of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday a serious matter.
One of the things that we decided as a team was that we are Martin Luther King Elementary School, so we felt that we should be front and center when it comes to MLK type of activities in Fresno Unified.
Principal Jesus Perez says many of the students, like 7-year-old Alexis Perez, know something about Dr. King.
I know that he could be a good man and he gives a lot of speeches.
There are many other students who know very little. More importantly, teachers say, they don't understand the values and principles Dr. King was trying to impart. Don't understand why the civil rights movement was so important.
These students really need to know that Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement fought very hard for everything that we can do today. They sacrificed being beat with batons and sprayed with water hoses and bitten by dogs. They don't understand what segregation is, to be separated, to have to drink out of a separate water fountain. They take all that for granted.
So they chose to dig deep with this school-wide project.
I'm going to provide you with a text about MLK, and you will analyze that text.
What do you know about Dr. King that makes him so great?
They read.
When he was 35 years old, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize.
And they discussed.
Dr. King made speeches because people couldn't drink in the same fountains.
The principal brought in community members to read, too, saying he didn't want the message of Dr. King to only come from teachers.
We need to get along. We need to forgive each other. We need to live together.
For them to be able to hear the same message from teachers as well as from folks from the community, it just multiplies the understanding of who MLK was.
Students were then asked to take all that information and write an essay about the life and legacy of Dr. King. When you hear what 12-year-old Jordan Nutt wrote, you know they were not only listening, they learned.
Martin Luther King Jr. helped many colored people beat segregation. Each January, we celebrate his birthday. We remember his dream and what he did for the rights of colored people.
Now, the top essays will be singled out and students will receive an award. But students at King Elementary didn't just honor King on his birthday. Every morning they recite principles that the principal calls, these are the guidelines for success, which are based on Dr. King's dream.
And that's just going to make our community better.
Yes, it is. Great kids, too. And they learned a lot. I was surprised in the classroom. I mean, it was tough. These kids are really being put to task today.
But they need to know who their school is named after. It's a very important message there, especially. Thank you, Juanita. We'll be right back.